Introduction. Imagine a nation stretched to its limits, ambition pushing forward on every side, while factories forced out progress with relentless energy. The 1890s didn't just mark a turning point, they were the moment America shed its old identity and dove headfirst into the machinery of industry. Railroads multiplied until the map was crisscrossed with lines. Cities expanded rapidly, and corporate barons relaxed in velvet chairs, exhaling smoke as they profited from workers' labor. Golden Age? Only if you started with wealth. For everyone else, days under the smokestacks felt like taking risks in a rigged casino, where the American dream was always elusive. Prominent industrial leaders, such as Rockefeller, Carnegie, Morgan, and Vanderbilt, significantly shaped the economy, often dominating their markets. The Sherman Act of 1890 was introduced as a legislative attempt to regulate monopolistic practices, though its immediate impact was limited. The robber barons were not just caricatures in the background. They helped build modern America's bridges, tracks, and the essential framework of industry. Whether you praised or condemned them, their unchecked ambition remade the map and rewrote the rules. Their real advantage was how they stacked the deck before the game even began. Free market? Imagine monopoly, but with marked squares before the first roll. If industry was the bonfire, workers were the fuel. Overlong shifts, dangerous machines, and inadequate wages set the stage for tension. The pressure built until it erupted. Strikes flared nationwide as workers demanded the right not to be sacrificed for pennies. The Pullman Strike of 1894 was a significant event in labor history. Railway workers, affected by wage cuts and rising living costs, initiated a strike. The federal government intervened with military force, ending the strike and highlighting the state's role in labor disputes. Some claim genuine labor reform should have come from fair deals, not government force. And that sounds ideal in theory, but when your boss owns the mill, the houses, and the security, you're left bargaining for scraps at a table you can't move. Free market? Only if you can call chains freedom. While cities struggled with pollution and tension, out in the fields, farmers suffered from corporate control. Crop prices fell, railroads set the rates, and banks quickly took over farms. The Populist Party rose up, fueled by the anger of the overlooked. Led by William Jennings Bryan, the populist movement advocated for currency reform, proposing the adoption of silver alongside gold to increase the money supply. This policy was intended to assist indebted farmers, although its potential effects were debated among economists. Bryan's public speaking elevated his influence nationally. The 1890s also saw the legal establishment of racial segregation with the Supreme Court's Plessy v. Ferguson decision in 1896, which upheld the doctrine of separate but equal. In practice, this decision led to significant barriers for Black Americans in the South. Racial violence, including lynching, increased during this period. The end of Reconstruction efforts was marked by a lack of federal intervention to protect vulnerable populations, demonstrating that government actions did not always support those most at risk. Journalism experienced a transformation as newspaper publishers like Hearst and Pulitzer employed sensationalism. Their approach significantly influenced public perception and opinion. The Spanish-American War of 1898, the press played a key role. Americans, stirred into outrage over the USS Maine, which was likely lost to an accident, soon called for war. "Remember the Maine, to hell with Spain," became the cry, and the nation entered its first major overseas conflict. Patterns set in this era echo today. Economic divides, labor rights debates, populist anger, and sensational journalism continue. Just turn on the television. The 1890s represented a pivotal and challenging era marked by significant social and economic conflict. The period offers enduring lessons, suggesting that historical patterns often recur.